Parents groan as fees double for new academic session. Utah governor says suspect in Charlie Kirk's murder has leftist ideology. In sports, Rooney slams Man United's direction under Amorim. Now the news in full. Parents have expressed concern over the overwhelming demand as school resumes for 2025-2026 first academic session. In an interview with newsmen, a single mother identified as Miss Ngozi Okoro, who enrolled her children in private schools, said the burden of school fees increment was getting out of hand. Ms. Okoro also revealed that she is now making arrangements to transfer her children to a cheaper school to ease the burden. Similarly, a widower with 3 children, Nuhu Ahmed, revealed that he has to part with valuable possessions to ensure his children's return to school. Meanwhile, an education expert, Michael Ako, warned that the struggles, if unchecked, could further worsen Nigeria's already troubling education statistics. Still on education, as public and private schools in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, resumed the 2025-2026 first-term academic session. Parents and booksellers lamented rising cost of education materials and school fees. Pensioners FM correspondent who carried out various interviews regarding the cost filed in this report. The report is presented by Omomi Adeoye.
Visit to some bookshops and stores in Bere, Dugbe, Ogunpa Market in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, revealed that the prices of textbooks, notebooks, and other essential school materials have increased significantly compared to previous years. The chairman Booksellers Association of Bere, Orita Mapo Ibadan, Mr. Ajibola Alaba, who attributed the price hikes to the country's economic situation, decried low patronage.
It is not we bookseller that is dictating the price, it is the publisher that is dictating the price. And then when they increase the price, we do ask them where they increase the price. They should consider we too that we are buying from them. They should consider the parent and the guidance. They now tell us that we all know the situation of things, that paper price rise every day.
Mr. Alaba observed that the number of parents coming to purchase school supplies has significantly dropped compared to previous years. Some traders who also lamented low patronage gave a price breakdown of these essential school materials, which include sandals, socks, and stationaries.
I think for notebooks, we sell a dozen of notebooks for 4,500. We sell erasers, dozen for 1,200. We sell biros 900, and then we sell pencils 600 naira for dozens. To be honest, people are not really patronizing like that.
The notebook is 400 naira per one, pencil is 50 naira, eraser 100 naira, and the biro is 100 naira. Well, we thank God, students just resume, so there's a little increase in patronage, so we thank God.
On their part, some parents said the rising costs are forcing them to focus on buying the most important items on their children's list, while some said school now add the cost of educational materials to school fees, making it impossible for them to work around school expenses.
With the Nigeria we are now, everything is just increasing every day. But we don't have choice than to just buy it. It's at the higher side. You can't say it's cheap. Nothing is cheap in Nigeria. Our children have to go to school. There's nothing we can do about that. So we manage.
They are not affordable. I just manage. They are not affordable at all. Because of the price, the cost of those materials are getting high. Textbooks, they are getting high. Cost of uniform too. The material for sewing uniform is getting costlier by the day. We have double what we were paying before. They have doubled the fee.
They expressed regret that school fees, prices of books, and other school essentials are no longer affordable for the common Nigerian. The parents added that the level of illiteracy in the country could skyrocket if education becomes unaffordable, and called on the government to address the situation with urgency.
Thank you, Omowomi. Away from education, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, has forecast thunderstorms and rainfall across the country from today to Wednesday. NIMET's weather outlook, released in Abuja, predicted isolated thunderstorms with moderate rains today over Kaduna, Gombe, Bauchi, Kebbi, Adamawa. NIMET predicted cloudy skies over the southern region today with moderate rains expected in Ekiti, Ondo, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, and Cross River states. Cloudy skies with chances of moderate rains are expected over the southern region tomorrow in Oyo, Ekiti, Ondo, Enugu, Anambra, Ebonyi, and Delta states. This is news around the world on Pensioners 106.7 FM. Now to other stories. Utah's Governor Spencer Cox says the suspect in the assassination of the conservative American activist Charlie Kirk espoused left-wing views amid heightened tensions and recriminations over surging political violence in the United States. In an interview with newsmen, Governor Cox said the arrested suspect, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, had a leftist ideology despite growing up in a conservative family. Cox, a Republican, did not elaborate on Robinson's suspected motive, but said the suspect had spent time in dark places online. Kirk, the leader and co-founder of youth activist group Turning Point USA and a close ally of President Donald Trump, was shot dead last Wednesday during a speaking appearance at Utah Valley University. Nepal's new interim prime minister has unveiled her first ministers, Sushila Karki, as the Himalayan nation seeks to restore order after deadly youth-led anti-corruption protests that ousted the previous government. Under announced her owning and against the backdrop of the fire-damaged presidential office, President Ram Podel gave the oath of office to 3 key ministers in a ceremony broadcast on television. Prime Minister Karki has been tasked with addressing protester demands for a corruption-free future ahead of elections in March. Protests sparked by a ban on social media and feeding into long-standing economic woes began on 8th of this month and quickly escalated with parliament and key government buildings set ablaze. In business news, farmers and food traders have expressed displeasure over President Tinubu's recent directive to crash food prices. In an interview with newsmen, the public relations officer of Single Market, a major food hub in northern Nigeria, Bashir Matara, said traders with old stock will be the hardest hit. Mr. Sonny noted that while the order may look good to ordinary Nigerians, farmers like him are the ones who would suffocate under the new price regime. Also speaking, a farmer in Kano, Malam Abbasani, in an interview with newsmen, said they might suffer heavy losses. President Tinubu had last week ordered that food prices be slashed to make life easier for ordinary Nigerians. This is news around the world on Pensioners 106.7 FM. We will be back with labor stories. The Association of Resident Doctors in the Federal Capital Territory, ARDFCT, administration on Monday began an indefinite strike. This was made known in a communique issued by the ARDFCT, signed by its president, Dr. George Ebong, and General Secretary, Dr. Agbo Afyong. In the communique, Dr. Ebong and Dr. Afyong said that after reassessing the issues earlier presented to management, Congress expressed deep disappointment that none of the demands had been met. The association had embarked on a 7-day warning strike last Monday to press home its demands following months of unresolved negotiations with the FCTA. The Ondo state government has suspended 3 senior officials for their alleged involvement in a recruitment scam tied to the recent employment of teachers in the state. According to report, the affected officials, 2 directors and a deputy director, were suspended on the directive of Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa pending the conclusion of an ongoing investigation into the job racketeering scandal. In a statement by the governor's chief press secretary, Prince Ebenezer Adeniyo, the government clarified that the aggrieved protesters were not among the over 2,000 teachers legitimately recruited and already deployed across the state. Prince Adeniyi stated that internal investigations confirmed that the 3 officials of the state's Universal Basic Education Board, SBEB, had colluded with external collaborators to issue counterfeit appointment and posting letters to unsuspecting applicants in exchange for money. Reports indicated that the officials allegedly collected between 500,000 naira and 700,000 naira from unsuspecting applicants, depending on their academic qualifications, in exchange for fraudulent appointment letters. This is news around the world on Pensioners 106.7 FM. We will be back with entertainment and sports stories. In entertainment, singer and songwriter Shay has opened up about the impact of her mentor, Sound Sultan's death, on her career. In an interview with Newsmen, Shay explained that she became pregnant with her daughter around the same period, which also encouraged her to embark on a break due to the toxic nature of the music industry. She revealed that after Sound Sultan passed away in 2021, she lost the zeal to continue music. In sports news, the former Manchester United captain Wayne Rooney has claimed the team has failed under current manager Ruben Amorim. Rooney voiced his concerns following the Manchester United's latest setback, a 3-0 defeat to rivals Manchester City, describing the performance as further proof that the club is failing to move forward. Amorim was appointed last year to replace Erik ten Hag, who was sacked after a disappointing season. More than 10 months later, the Portuguese head coach appears to be showing few signs of being able to revive the team's fortunes. To end the news around the world, here is the recap of the main stories. Parents have expressed concern over the overwhelming demand as school resumes for 2025-2026 first academic session. Utah's Governor Spencer Cox says the suspect in the assassination of conservative American activist Charlie Kirk espoused left-wing views amid heightened tensions and recriminations over surging political violence in the United States. A former Manchester United captain, Wayne Rooney, has claimed the team has failed under current manager Ruben Amorim. For any information, call us on 0802-237-3535, 0704-315-6453, or email us at pensionersnewsroom@gmail.com. You can also visit us at Oyo State Pensioners House at Barigo Onureke, Ibadan, and on www.pensioners1067fm.com. The news editor is Michael Adeyemo. I am Wuraola Olakomi. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.
Let's see, 100 minutes a day.